SARS News. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BeFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BeFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Nick Greenwood. BeFM 부산영어방송.
Happiness comes in several different forms. It's fascinating how it changes from person to person. But why is this a good thing? You can alter everything you do in your life to bring out the happiness in you. You can learn to be happy and practice ways to make your life happier. To bring out the best in you and help you live a happy life, we're going to talk about things you can do to live a happier life. It's Wednesday, December the 4th, 2024. This is Midday Mate. Let's go. That was Fresh by Kool and the Gang. Now, the slang term fresh, very different from when we talk about fruit and vegetables, means remarkably cool. And originally it was gaining traction when Kool and the Gang released this song in 1984. The earliest use of fresh in a hip-hop lyric was in 1981 with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five's It's Nasty. Now, in November 1984, Kool and the Gang became the first to put it in a song title when they released this song, Fresh, on their album, Emergency. Around this time, Doug E. Fresh was also coming onto the scene, and Fresh didn't really go stale until the 90s. It was everywhere in the late 80s, with the Beastie Boys and Run DMC throwing it into a lot of their lyrics. There also was a DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, who had their first hit, Parents Just Don't Understand, in 1988. I don't know. I would say sometimes I still use the word fresh. Maybe not as much as people in the 80s, but I think it's still a pretty cool word. Anyway, you're live in the studio in Busan this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BeFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan and Noksan areas. I'm your host, Nick, and it's Wednesday Hump Day. A significantly colder day today for sure, but still, I'm feeling happy. Like we were talking about in the beginning, we were talking about happiness. We got lots of mates coming in on the live chat on YouTube wishing a hello. That definitely does make me happy. We've got Chae-Sung-nim saying hello, welcome to the show, my friend. Drift Monkey-nim, Soy-nim, hello. Retro-nim, well, good to see you. Retro-nim, I tried your oranges or tangerines yesterday. Mwah, bellissimo, very fresh. That's the literal use of the word fresh. It was very delicious, so thank you very much. Sangmin Park Nim, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Juliet Nim, good to see you, saying good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see you again today, Juliet Nim, my friend. Soy Nim saying, Nick, 오늘 제가 좋아하는 예쁜 니트 입고 왔어요. Yes, I like it too. If I'm going to be honest, it's not the most comfortable. So I'm wearing a t-shirt inside because it's quite rough. It looks very soft, but it's kind of like a 까칠까칠 그런 질감이라서 I have to wear it with something underneath, but I think it looks pretty nice. So 감사합니다. Thank you for noticing. Jenny Nim, welcome to the show, saying happy hump day, mates and Nick. Happy hump day, my friend. Welcome to the show. And everyone joining in now, including Paul Nim and Jinli Nim. I think I saw you. Anyway, welcome, everybody. I'm going to let you know what's coming up on today's Wednesday show. We've got in hour number one, Listomania, where we introduce various kinds of list. Today we're talking about things you can do to live a happier life. This is very important, and I think this is a very good topic because we all want to be happy. So we're going to talk about ways to actually be happier. And then we're going to have a guest in. After that, you all know who it is. Somebody who brings happiness with her smile. It's Cheryl. She's going to be here with What's the Word, where we look at the evolution of words, where they came from, and how they change over time. And then in hour number two, the fun doesn't stop. We have today's quote, where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous people. Bite-sized banter, daily fun conversations with a theme. After that is Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And then to round off the show, we're going to have Poetry in Motion, where we introduce Korean poems in English as well. So there's a lot coming your way today. Of course, I'll be checking your messages all throughout the show. We've got Juliet Nim saying, always great to hear Nick's voice. 감사합니다. That's very nice of you. Also, Jenny Nim saying, Nick's Italian reactions. Yeah, I do have very Italian reactions. Yeah, I don't know. I just like to express with my hands, particularly when I'm speaking, when I'm sitting down. I feel like my emotions are more difficult to convey if I don't use my hands. So, 한번 봐주세요. Okay, if you want to message in but you don't know what to say, I'm going to give you our question of the day. The text topic is, what is one happy thing you experienced today? What is one happy thing you experienced today? 오늘 경험했던 행복했던 일 하나는 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. You can send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, to cost you 101. A KakaoTalk message, just search for BeFM or 부산영어방송. in English and Korean. Same with the smartphone app, or even better, just go to YouTube, type in BeFM, click on Midday Mate. You can see me live in the studio and talk with all of the wonderful mates in the live chatting area. So what is one thing that made you happy today? I'll tell you. I'm not going to say from who, but I got a gift. I also had the one yesterday. If you look, I'm holding a tangerine, by the way. Curio. But Retro Nim from YouTube Live sent us a box a while ago. And we also got another one from a secret admirer, a secret friend. But I'm very happy. This made me happy to see a giant tangerine on my desk. So thank you to whoever sent it. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with Listomania. This is Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
Intently tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on new technology. And now I understand the problems you could see. I met your children. What did you tell them?
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
Pictures came and broke your heart. And now we meet in an abandoned studio. We hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were the first one. You were the last one.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Pictures came and broke your heart. Put down the blame on VCR.
Radio star. You are radio star. Video killed the 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 radio star. You are killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. You are
That was Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. Welcome back, everybody, to Midday Mate. I have to say, I love the song, but I do not agree with the message. The radio star is still alive and well, as you can see here. It's a good song, though. Anyway, we're going to go on to Listomania, but before that, I did ask you a question. Today's question of the day, which was, what is one happy thing that you experienced today? 오늘 경험했던 행복했던 일 하나는 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽이었는데요. I've got some messages coming in. Juliet Nim saying, drinking a sip of coffee is the most thing I've experienced today. The happiest thing I've experienced. I eventually drank 2 cups of Americano with no sugar. You know what? That's great. You know, just something simple like taking a sip of Americano, it's a 소확행이죠. And I think 소확행 can make up the happiest times of your life. Because I think when you get to the future, you look back, you think back, and the small happinesses that you'd had with your family or your friends, they end up being the happiest times. So that's awesome. Drinking a sip of coffee, that's an awesome thing. And that would make me happy too. I'm not drinking coffee today. I need to drink some yujata. But still, that's making me happy too. Benny Nim saying, walking is making me happy today. That's awesome. Walking makes me very happy too. You walking for leisure? Walking to work? Walking is great. I totally support walking. Drift Monkey Nim saying, today my manager expressed his desire for me to take his job. That made me happy, knowing I'm doing a good job. Now that's awesome. That's awesome. Now you got to start thinking about domination of your workplace. You got to start questioning them. Hey, when are you quitting? When are you going to retire? When can I take your job and get that promotion? That's awesome, Drift Monkey Nim. That's proof that you are doing a good job, and I just hope that the upward trajectory keeps on moving upward. We also have Ponim saying 양로원에서 실습하는데 일제 시대를 직접 겪은 할머니가 그때 얘기를 하셨는데 와우 과묵하던 분이 생기를 보이면서 해방 후에 기뻐서 춤췄던 얘기하시니까 슬프면서도 아름다웠어요 라고 하셨어요. That's incredible that you got to talk with somebody who was alive during the Japanese colonial era and hearing their story and how after liberation that things got better and they danced out of joy. That's really inspiring. I think if I was listening to that, I think I would have cried. That's really nice that you got to experience that. So I take it that your 실습 right now is going very well and you're having a good time. That's good to know. Thank you for sharing that. All right, I'm going to read some more messages soon, but first we have to go on to Listomania. And this is things you can do to live a happier life. That's what we're talking about today. So number one on this list is do things for others. Do things for others. Helping others is not only good for those you help, of course, but it also makes you feel good, right? Whether it's a big act or something small, helping others or volunteering boosts happiness and connects you to people. So it can be small, it can be helping, an old lady or gentleman cross the street. It could be donating a bit of money to charity. Doing things for others can definitely make you happier as well. Being selfless, being altruistic is a great way to make yourself happier. Now, I know it's a bit of a conundrum. It's a bit of a paradox, You don't do things for others because you want to feel good. I know you should do things for others because it makes their life better. But a nice side effect is that it makes you feel good too. Next on the list, we have connect with people. Talking, listening, and spending time with other people helps you feel connected. Whether it's spending quality time with family members, friends, workmates, sports groups, or local clubs, building a network of positive and meaningful relationships with others supports your well-being and happiness. Studies find close relationships more than money or fame are what keep people happy. I can see that being true. People say rich people can be very unhappy. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. If I ever become rich, I'll see. But I'm sure relationships are definitely the number one thing to keep you happy. Having your friends and your family love you, no matter whether you have $1 million or $0, for sure, connecting with people, relationships will make you a lot happier. And I know a lot of people are introverts. I know I don't like going out much, but relationships are important for everyone. All right, next on the list we have take care of your body. Now, being active, eating well and participating in regular exercise is good for your physical and mental health. It improves your mood, boosts your energy, and also improves your sleep, which all help you feel happier. I think that's true. Before I came to Korea, I was quite overweight. I used to eat a lot. I didn't exercise. And then when I came to Korea, I started working out. I started running, not working out. I started running every day, every other day, and just eating healthily. And, I lost weight and I feel so much happier. And since I got married, I've been putting that weight back on, but the effects of marriage have counteracted that. And I'm still happy, thank goodness. All right. Next on the list, we have live life mindfully. Mindfully. Learning to be more mindful and aware of the present moment can help you improve your sense of well-being. Now, in our fast-paced lives, taking some time to slow down and be in the now and not worry about the past or the future is beneficial. Meditation can help. It's calming and helps you focus your mind. And studies have shown that regular meditation can actually rewire parts of the brain so you don't feel as much stress and anxiety. There you go. Live mindfully. I've always wondered what that meant. Mindfulness. I never knew. I guess it's to try and be more conscious. Just be aware and thankful for the moment that you have right now. Yeah. All right, next on the list we have keep learning new things. This for sure. I will agree with this one 100%. Learning new things helps you stay curious and engaged. You could learn a new language, take up a new sport or hobby, or try something you've never done before. It's also a good way to meet new people and become involved in a particular community. Learning new things is great, right? When I was a kid, I guess, I took everything for granted. I took education for granted. I didn't want to study. But now, every time I can learn a new skill or learn anything, I feel appreciation, I feel satisfaction, I feel a sense of accomplishment. So, yeah, I would say keep learning, and that'll keep you happy. Next on the list we have be comfortable with who you are. Now, criticizing yourself all the time will make you feel unhappy. So accepting yourself for who you are, both good and not so good, and being kind to yourself increases your enjoyment of life. It also helps you accept other people for who they are. So here are 6 ways to make you happier. If anything, if you can take some of these, use some of these, whether it's helping others, connecting with people, or living mindfully or learning new things. Hopefully this has given you a little bit of inspiration and hopefully helps you lead a happier life. I do hope you're happy already though, but we can always be more happy, right? We're going to take a quick song break and then we'll be back. This is, what are we listening to? Que Sera by Doris Day.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
That was Que Sera, Sera. And translated, Whatever Will Be by Doris Day. I love that song. Welcome back, everyone, to Midday Mate. It is 12:29 in the afternoon on a hump day. You're listening to Midday Mate, and it's been interesting so far because we've been talking about happiness, how to become happier. I feel like some kind of self-help guru who's trying to con you out of your money. Hey, you want to be happier? Just follow my advice. Send me $10. Don't really send me $10, but you know what I'm talking about. I hope you do. We've got messages coming in on some of the things that people have experienced today that have helped them be happy. That is our question of the day, by the way. 오늘 경험했던 행복했던 일 하나는 무엇인가요? 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. We've got some messages, so let's have a look here. This is another simple one, which I really like. 소이님 said, 오늘 아침 일어나서 따뜻한 물로 샤워하는데 너무 행복했어요. 매일 당연하게 생각할 수도 있지만 특히 오늘 같은 추운 날 따뜻한 물이 나오는 곳에서 편하게 샤워할 수 있다는 게 참 감사하고 또 행복했네요 라고 하셨어요. I think that's a very good attitude to have. We definitely do take it for granted. In a cold day like today, the fact that warm water comes out of our shower, we just see it as, that's the way it is, right? That's just how it is. But then when you realize that it hasn't always been the case, and it still isn't the case for, some people, it does make you more grateful. And I'm glad that it's made you happy. That's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing that. A Retronym also saying that I would be a good tangerine model. 닉네임 귤 CF 잘 어울리실 것 같아요 라고 하셨어요. Yes. Here we go. The orange, yes. Try. It's delicious tangerine. Now, I don't think I'd be very good at it. But once again, thank you for the orange. I will enjoy it for sure. We also have 니오님 saying 건물 들어올 때 앞에 가던 분이 문을 잡고 있어서 제가 양손에 짐이 있었는데 편하게 들어올 수 있었네요. That's awesome. That's someone doing a kindness to you. It would be nice if more people did that. And I do notice more and more people holding doors for people when you go into like 백화점 or big buildings. So I like that. That makes me happy too. Chae Sung-nim saying the weather is so bright and sunny. The sunlight is great. I love this kind of day. Yeah, the sun makes me happy too. I'm glad the sun is making you happy. Even though the weather is cold, the sunlight can still boost your mood. So that's really awesome. All right. Anyway, if you want to message in, just send your messages to pound 9050 샵 9050, which will cost you 100 won. A KakaoTalk message, just search for BeFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us, send us messages for free. You can also download the smartphone app or go onto YouTube. Just type in BeFM. See me here live in the studio and talk with all the mates in the live chatting area. We also had Soinem saying, I used to take education for granted too when I was a kid. Yeah, it's like a paradox. When you have education, you don't want it. But then when you don't have education, you want it. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what conclusion I'm trying to draw, but still. All right, don't go anywhere because Cheryl is in the house. It is time for What's the Word, and for that we have Cheryl in the studio.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. Good.
I never realised you had purple hair
Yes.
because you always tied it up. 근데 오늘만 풀었네요. You've untied it today.
Yeah, I washed it.
You washed it. 축하합니다.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm so good.
Yeah?
Always good, yeah.
So the question of the day is, what's one thing you've experienced today? But by the look on your face, you've had a lot of happy experiences today.
Well, always happy to come in.
Of course.
Always happy to be here with you.
Of course.
For Midday Mate.
Then before you came to the studio, did anything good happen? Anything happy?
I got the laundry done.
Oh,
That's always a happy day.
it's happy.
when I get the laundry
There
done.
we go. Another whacking, another small happiness.
Exactly.
That's good. Well, if it only takes that to keep you happy, that's a blessing, isn't it? So in this segment, we talk about words. We talk about their history, their etymology, the origins, how they change and are changing over time. So I'm curious what the word is today.
So now that cold and flu season is upon us, I thought it would be interesting to look at the origin of the words for some of the seasonal viruses.
Oh, very nice. Very happy.
Yes, very happy.
Virus.
Well, you know what? We're always happy when we get better.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess you got to be sad to experience happiness.
Exactly. You got to be
Yeah.
sick to be happy for your good health.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. So the word today is virus.
Yeah, one of the words today is virus.
Virus, virus. Now, you just hear this word and you just think, ooh, whether it's digital or physical, it's a terrible thing, right? A computer virus or an illness, disease virus. So what does the word virus mean?
So the definition is an infective agent that typically consists of a nucleic acid molecule in a protein coat and is able to multiply within the living cells of a host.
It's a very nice way to put it.
Yeah. The other definition, of course, as you said, is tech-related, but today we're talking about the biological definition.
Okay, the biological definition. And I think everyone around the world became more aware of what virus molecules look like, thanks to all the posters everywhere, during the COVID pandemic. But where did the word itself come from?
So the word virus came from the Latin word virus, which meant poison or noxious liquid. The Latin word most likely came from the ancient Greek word iok, which meant poison.
Okay, so it's always had a bad word, but it was more so with a liquid or a substance that was bad for you. Okay, then when did the word first enter the English language?
The word was first used in English in 1398 in John Trevisa's translation of De Propertiibus Rerum.
Okay.
Here's another one, by Bartholomeus Anglicus.
So what is De Propertiibus? What is that?
So in essence, what it was the first encyclopedia.
Oh, okay.
The translation of the title would be On Properties of the Elements, and it was a medieval Arabic treatise on geology.
Oh, that makes sense, since geology is not just the study of the earth, but it includes the life forms on it, and viruses as we know them. They're a sort of life form at the cellular level. So when did the word become part of the English language as we recognize now as biological viruses?
The meaning of virus is something that causes an infectious disease was first recorded in 1728, long before the discovery of actual viruses by Dmitry Ivanovsky in 1892.
So it was more of a hypothetical idea because they couldn't see the virus. They just knew something was killing people. Okay, that's interesting. So the word was already in use over 100 years before the scientific discovery of the viruses. So who's credited with the actual use of the word?
So this was a Dutch microbiologist named Martinus Bierdenek who first applied the Latin word virus to the submicroscopic infectious agents that we now consider viruses.
There's a lot of hard words today.
There's so many hard words
Lots
today.
of Dutch names
Dutch
and
names
Greek
and Latin and...
Wow, you're doing well. You're doing well.
Thank you so much. Just wait till next week.
So I guess the most common virus, especially around this time of year, that most people get vaccinated for would be influenza. Where does that word come from?
The origin of the word influenza comes from the medieval Latin word influentia, which when translated meant influence. This later evolved into the Latin word influenza, which was used to describe any disease outbreak.
Influenza. Just talking about social media stars here.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Anyone listening out there? So that makes sense since influenza literally influences the body's condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what makes the word so interesting is that the translation referred to the belief that the disease was caused by the influence of the stars.
Oh, okay. This kind of sounds like how the Greek believed disaster was ill-fated stars.
Right, yeah, we talked about the word disaster a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And that's exactly it. In the Middle Ages, astrologers believed that the periodic return of the disease was related to the influence of heavenly bodies. For example, in 1357, people called an epidemic in Florence, Italy, influenza di Fredrio, which means to cold influence.
Oh, I actually know this word. Freddo
Freddo.
means cold in Italian.
There you
my
go.
Italian friends used to be Freddo, and because it was very cold all the time.
There's frio.
Frio. Is that Spanish?
Maybe.
Maybe. Anyone who speaks these languages, let us know. So when did the word influenza first enter the English language then?
The word influenza was first used in English in 1743 when the epidemic of influenza di Catarrh, the epidemic of Catarrh, spread across Europe. It was essentially what we would now think of as like the seasonal flu.
Now, these days we do use the word flu for the influenza virus, so I guess the word would have changed like this, or I guess it seems like it's been shortened from that. So how did this word flu come about?
The word flu is the shortened word for influenza, but it came about from the Latin root word flu, meaning flow,
Oh,
and is the word origin of a number of English words, including flu, influence, fluid.
oh, that's very different to what I expected. I just thought they were trying to be like insa, like popular, and just shorten the words. But I guess it actually comes from flow and fluid and influence, like you said, all kind of melded
Yeah.
together. We're going to talk more about this, but first we're going to take a quick song break. This is Let's Hear It for the Boy by Denise Williams.
My baby, he don't talk sweet. He ain't got much to say. But he loves me, loves me, loves me. I know that he loves me anyway. And maybe he don't dress fine, but I don't really mind. 'Cause every time he pulls me near, I just wanna cheer. Let's hear it for the boy. Let's give the boy a hand. Yeah. Let's hear it for my baby. You know you gotta understand. Yeah. Oh, maybe he's no Romeo, but he's my loving one-man show. Oh, 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 oh. Let's hear it for the boy. My baby may not be rich, he's watching every dime. But he loves me, loves me, loves me. We always have a real good time. And maybe he sings off key, but that's alright by me. Yeah. 'Cause what he does so well, makes me wanna yell. Let's hear it for the boy. Ah, let's give the boy a hand. Yeah. Let's hear it for my baby. You know you gotta understand. Yeah. Oh,
That was Let's Hear It for the Boy by Denise Williams, welcoming you back to Midday Mate. And we're in the middle of What's the Word with Cheryl, going over some seasonal words in the form of seasonal, not allergies, seasonal sicknesses. We're talking about virus, influenza, flu. Not very pleasant words, but it is interesting to know where they're coming from. Now, we've talked about these three words. There's also the term, I guess the less common term, but it's still a term. Was it grip? How is it pronounced? Grip?
Gripe.
Gripe.
Yeah, this one I know.
You do? Okay. So I've heard this is an older word that people would have used to describe the flu virus.
Yeah, the French refer to influenza as gripe and still do. So if you're in France and you have the flu, you can use the word gripe when you go to the doctor.
Okay. Now, the only way I know the word gripe is when you have like a gripe with somebody. Yeah.
I think the spelling's different though.
It is.
This is G-R-I-P-P.
Right, just the pronunciation.
Yes.
Because I say I've got a gripe with him. Like, you say they've got a gripe with you. That they don't like you. Holding grudges, kind of thing. I guess it's kind of relatable.
Well, both are unpleasant.
Both are very unpleasant. There you go. We've got Benny Nim saying, "Oh, viruses. I like spreading love like a cute virus." Korea does the thing where they have the happy virus, which I think is a nice way to put a spin on it.
I like that.
And today we are talking about happiness. So there are some good viruses, the metaphorical ones, the non-real ones. Yeah. So please tell us more about this gripe. Gripe. Yeah, gripe, I guess. So it's a French word. But when it's translated, I don't think it really translates into influenza.
No, the translation of gripe is actually seizure.
Oh, wow, that's very different. So I think since we're talking about viruses and illnesses, then we should look at the origin of the word sick. So because I'm pretty sure that's a newer word. It's a very modern word.
Yeah, the word sick evolved from the Proto-Germanic word sika. S-C-U-K-A, which doesn't have any known origin.
Okay.
It then evolved into the word sok, S with an accent igu,
Okay.
O-C, in Old English, which was related to the Old Norse word suktur.
Okay.
What's interesting is the meaning of the word.
Yeah, so it doesn't mean to feel ill, does it?
Well, it meant to feel ill, unwell, diseased, but also weak, corrupt, sad, troubled, or deeply affected by a strong feeling.
So it encompasses feelings and physical feelings. Okay, it's interesting.
It's an all-encompassing word.
Right, yeah. The word was used to describe so many afflictions, not necessarily associated with a cold or flu. But I'm sure the word changed, of course, since the spelling and meaning compared to today are very different.
It did. The word we recognise now as sick, S-I-C-K, evolved during the Middle English period before 900 and was originally spelt S-E-K or S-I-K. But the meaning of sick evolved more than the spelling. By the 1200s, it came to mean distressed emotionally by grief or anger.
Oh, so that's like 800 years ago. Not so much being physically sick, but just angry, like just sad, overcome with emotion. Okay. So then that meaning was to be physically ill because of emotional distress, like you said. And it is very different from the meaning today because whenever we mention the word or the phrase to be sick, it means physically ill because of a virus or a condition.
The sense of being sick, as in tired of something, came about in the 1590s, but the word sick, as in what we now recognise as actually feeling sick, like nauseous or under the weather, came about in 1610.
Oh, now, I know we use the word sick in a lot of different ways, also in the negative way again. You can be sick with a cold or an illness, but you say, I'm sick and tired of something. I'm sick and tired of your shenanigans kind of vibe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that phrase came about in 1783, and to worry oneself sick was in 1952.
Actually, our listener Drift Monkey Nim just said, "I'm worried sick about you." There you go.
About me?
Oh yeah, I think maybe. I think just showing the expression. That's a very.
Because I washed my hair today.
I'm worried sick. Why'd you wash your hair? 아플 정도로 진짜 걱정했다는 뜻이죠. Yeah, I'm worried sick, or to worry yourself sick. And that was quite recent. It came about in 1783, and then worry oneself sick was 1952.
1952.
So that kind of calls back the meaning in the 1200s, when it was more of a psychological phenomenon than a physical one.
Yeah, what's interesting about the word is the meaning of sick, as in being kind of mentally unstable, came about in 1955 as a revival of the word in the 1200s, which gave the sense of a person being spiritually or morally corrupt.
That's true. And you still hear that today. Maybe if somebody is a terrible criminal, a murderer, they've just committed a heinous act, people will go up to them and say, "You're sick."
Yeah.
It means you're not mentally sick.
Yeah.
No normal person would do this. Okay. I also know that we use sick to refer to a joke as being a sick joke.
Yeah, a joke that's meant to be funny but is really in bad taste. That came about in 1958.
Wow. So our forefathers were telling sick jokes. Yeah, a sick joke is like you said, not in good taste. It's making fun of something very serious that you shouldn't normally do. But the word sick has evolved to mean both positive and negative things, depending on the context, and it's also become part of modern slang. Now, I still do use, I think because I left England in 2013, so my slang was frozen in 2013. So I still use those slang words. And sometimes I'll say, "Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's so sick, man." So it describes something that is good, amazing, cool, awesome, 멋지다. Right?
I think people still do it, but what's interesting about the slang term sick is that it's considered a Gen Z term, but its early uses have been traced back to jazz slang, popular in the 1920s.
Oh, okay. In the 1920s, in jazz slang, people use sick to mean cool.
Yeah.
Like a sick riff.
Yeah. And then you, in 2013, used it to describe something cool or awesome.
I guess I don't hear many people using it. Maybe it's just me now. Do you use it?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I'm like, oh, that was a sick wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does your daughter use it?
No, she doesn't.
It's like, Mom, stop using
I'll
old
give her
words.
a little elbow. Come on.
It's like, I guess, when your parents say the word cool. It's like, "Oh, Mom, don't say cool." That's so not cool. Drift Monkey Nim, loving this one, saying, "You sick, bleep, bleep, bleep." Yeah, that's definitely one. If you really want to go to that level, you can.
That's a high level sick.
I wouldn't recommend it. Foster Chungnim, hello, my friend, saying, this is good. "So Sick" by Neo. That song. I don't, it's like, "So sick of love songs." There you go. Now, Soinim asked a question saying, "You're so sick" equals "you're so cool." Now, if you're saying you are sick, I think I would take that as I am in a not good way. Like maybe I'm deranged.
I don't know. Like with the purple hair, I would take it as a compliment. I would say, yeah.
If someone said your hair is so sick.
Yeah.
But then they said, "Cheryl, you're so sick."
But if I look good,
okay,
and I know I don't look sick, then I would know it's to do with my fashion.
그럼 톤은 되게 중요한 것 같아요. Your tone will be very important.
Exactly. Yeah. If you go, "Oh my gosh, you look so sick."
Oh yeah, 저 아프구나.
Yeah.
You must be ill.
Right. But
Or
if it's, "You look sick," that shirt is,
you go.
"You look sick today."
끄덕이면서,
Yeah, it's all in the tone.
Or if you've got that angry eyes, "You're sick."
Oh, yeah.
And that is, you are a bad person. 나쁜 사람이야. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that. I think it does depend on the context and your tone and your facial expression.
Absolutely.
Today was very interesting, talking about virus, influenza, flu, sick, gripe, lots of interesting words. Very fascinating. And Cheryl, thank you for bringing them to us. Look forward to next week as well.
Yeah, next week I'll bring more words I can't pronounce.
That's what we love. That's what we love.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
We're going to end the first half here with a song, but don't go anywhere. This is Mac the Knife by Bobby Darin.
the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Maggie Heath, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with its teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, wears old Maggie Heath, babe, so there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, ooh, Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. Can someone sneaking round the corner? Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, where a cement bag just drooping on down. Oh, that cement is just, it's there for the weight, dear. 5 will get you 10, old Mackie's back in town. Not to hear about Louis Miller, he disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Maggie Heath spins just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Yeah, sweet Audrey, ooh, Miss Lottie Lenya, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line forms on the right, babe. Now that Maggie's back in town, I said, Jenny Diver, whoa, Suki Tawdry, look out to Miss Lottie Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, babe. Now that Maggie's back in town. Look out, old Maggie is back.
If you take caution, you can prevent a fire.
The number one cause of fire in winter are electric blankets. Take special caution with highly flammable materials such as memory foam, toppers, and bedding.
Number 2, having too many appliances on the power outlet is dangerous. Always unplug all the appliances that you're not currently using.
Number 3, check the heater is off before leaving the house. Leaving it on for an extended period of time can cause a fire.
Let's all take part in preventing fire and have warm and safe winter this year.
Tune in to BeFM 부산영어방송 for an emergency broadcast.
This campaign is brought to you by BeFM 부산영어방송. 나만 알고 싶은 우리 동네의 작은 가게들 하나쯤 있다면 그 가게 마음껏 이용하고 응원해주세요. 동네 가게를 이용할수록 우리 경제가 살아나니까요. 세상 가장 쉬운 응원 같이 가요. 작은 가게로 부산 방송광고 발전협의회.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
drums echoing tonight, and she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. Gotta take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. We're gonna take some time to do the things we never The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. We're gonna take some time to do the things we never Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. 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 We're gonna take some time to do the things we never
You just heard Africa by Toto. Now, this song tells the story of a man who comes to Africa and must make a decision about the girl who comes to see him. He's enamored with the continent, but must leave if he's going to be with her. Now, this is arguably Toto's most famous song, but their guitarist, Steve Lukather, was actually not so fond of it. He wanted people to know that Toto were more than just the Africa band. Toto were top studio musicians before forming the group and known as some of the best in the business. Now, Lukather said, A lot of people categorize us as That Africa or Rosanna band, and I hate that. We have a lot more substance than that. Don't get me wrong, those songs have been great to us, but you don't really understand the depth of the band if that's all you know. Well, I guess I don't understand the depth of that band because those two songs are my favourite songs by Toto. Every band has their claim to fame, right? The songs that really make them stand out. I'm sure they have a lot of other great music too. In fact, one of our listeners on YouTube, Benny Nim, says, I love this song. He says, Africa, one of my favourite Toto songs, along with Leah, Rosanna, and I Won't Hold You Back. There you go. There's a true Toto fan right there. And I'm glad you enjoyed that, my friend. Well, you're live in the studio in Busan this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome, everyone, to Midday Mate, the second half. You're listening to us on BeFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheongwan and Doksan areas. I'm your host, Nick. And in the beginning of, well, not in the beginning, but in the last half, in the first half, we had Cheryl in the studio and we were talking about the origin and the history of the word virus, influenza. Sorry, not influenza, influenza. And consequently, we moved on to sick, which we talked about could be a positive word and a negative word, particularly in modern slang. A listener, Drift Monkey Nim on YouTube, said, it reminds me of when I was younger, mad was used in a similar fashion, used to describe both something good and bad. For example, that game looks mad, or that guy has gone mad. Yeah, that's a very good example. Mad was a good one. Mad can mean angry, like crazy, or mad good. I do remember saying that looks mad good, or that's mad delicious, or something like that. Yeah, mad can be positive as well, depending on the context. Very interesting. And Cheryl will be here next week. I'm sure she's got a word that's old, but is used in common day as well. It has a really modern terminology. So I look forward to next week. Every Wednesday, Cheryl will be here for that. I'm going to let you know what's coming up in the second half of the show. We've got today's quote, where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous people, bite-sized banter after that, daily fun conversations with a theme, and then Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce a useful English expression after listening to a short clip. And then to round off the show, we have Poetry in Motion, where we introduce a Korean poem, and then we look at the history of the poet, and we also translate it to English. Of course, I'll be checking your messages throughout the show. The question of the day, for those of you who want to message in but you're not quite sure what to say, is, what is one happy thing that you've experienced today? What's one happy thing that you've experienced today? 오늘 경험했던 행복했던 일 하나는 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽입니다. You can send your message to pound 9050, 샵 9050, to cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message, just search for BeFM or 부산영어방송. Add us, send us messages for free. You can download the smartphone app, or even better, just hop onto YouTube. Click on our live Midday Mate thumbnail on BeFM's page. See me in the studio and talk with all of the lovely mates in the live chatting area. Coming up next is today's quote, so don't go anywhere. Before that, we're going to listen to a bit of Cyndi Lauper. This is Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh, mama, dear, we're not the fortunate ones. And girls,
That was Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. I like that song. Even though I'm not a girl, I find that song very fun and it makes me want to kind of dance a little bit. I'm a big fan of Cyndi Lauper. It seems like Retro님 as well. Retro 초보 댄서 앤디 춘치 라이프님도 Cyndi Lauper라고 하셨어요. Benny님 also sending emoticons of dancing. Cyndi Lauper's great. One of my favorite songs, romantic songs, I think it's True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. That's also a phenomenal song by a phenomenal artist. Well, right now it is time for today's quotes. It's our next segment, and this is where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous or influential people. Today, we have an artist, not just any artist, a womanizer artist. This artist was very famous for being a ladies' man, having a lot of money. You know how they say a lot of artists become famous after they die? You know, like Van Gogh, for example. Van Gogh, he passed away and then he became, then 대박 났어, right? While he was alive, he didn't really have any recognition. But this artist lived a life of great wealth and lots of lady company, so the stories say. It's Pablo Picasso. Picasso, one of the most famous artists ever. World-renowned. His art is on show in all galleries around the world. Pablo Picasso, he was a very talented artist, had a very good life, and he also made good quotes. He also said good quotes. So this is a quote by Pablo Picasso. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. 모든 아이들은 예술가입니다. 문제는 어른이 되고 나서도 예술가를 유지할 수 있느냐 하는 것입니다. So as children, we're uninhibited by self-doubt or fear of failure, allowing us to freely express ourselves through art. However, as we grow older, societal pressures, expectations, and self-criticism can stifle our creativity and prevent us from fully embracing our artistic abilities. Art words play a crucial role in helping us reconnect with our inner artist and rediscover the joy of creating. By exploring the world of art through words, we can tap into our imagination, express our emotions, and unleash our creativity in new and exciting ways. Art words encompass a wide range of terms and concepts that are used to describe and analyze various forms of artistic expression, from painting and sculpture to music and dance. One of the key aspects of art words is their ability to evoke powerful emotions and imagery. Through the use of descriptive language, artists and art critics can convey the beauty, complexity, and depth of a work of art, allowing viewers to connect with it on a deeper level. Words such as vibrant, surreal, ethereal, and captivating can transport us to another world and evoke a sense of wonder and awe. And this quote, it's good I think it's true on a literal level, and also on a less literal level, on a more metaphorical level. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. That's very true. As a kid, I love to draw, I love to paint and just be creative. But as you get older, you get pressure, right? Pressure from your parents, pressure from society. You need to start learning more practical things. Learn science, learn maths, go to university, get a job, earn money. We often forget the creative side of us. And that's what Pablo Picasso was saying, right? 모든 아이들은 예술가입니다. 문제는 어른이 되고 나서도 예술가를 유지할 수 있느냐 하는 것입니다. We have some messages coming in. Soynim saying, every child is an artist. Yes, every child is an artist. Not always the best artist, but they're artists as well. Foster Chungnim saying, when reality hits you, how can you build your dream forever? That's a very good philosophical question, Foster Chungnim. When reality hits you and you realize that you've got to pay bills, you've got to be responsible, it is difficult to build your dream. I guess only the select few know how to do it. Drift Monkeynim looking at the picture that we have on YouTube Live of Pablo Picasso saying, he kind of looks like me. Does he? I mean, I'm sure this is one of his older pictures, maybe when he aged a little bit. I'm sure he was much more dashing in his youth. So don't worry, just wait 20, 30 years and maybe you'll turn into that. Oh, thanks for enlarging the picture for us, Pete and him. Yeah, there you go. I never knew what he looked like until now, but there is a picture of him. Take that for what you will. And that was today's quote, giving you a little bit of encouragement, a bit of a pick-me-up every day. We'll have this tomorrow as well, of course. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with bite-sized banter. This is Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes.
Her hair is hollow gold, her lips sweet surprise. Her hands are never cold. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll turn her music on you. You won't have to think twice. She's pure as New York snow. She got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. She got Greta Garbo, stand on side. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll let you take her home. What's her appetite? She'll lay you on the throne. She got Betty Davis eyes. She'll take a tumble on you, roll you like you were dice, until you come out blue. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll expose you when she snows you, off your feet with the crumbs she throws you. She's ferocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll unease you, just to please you. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll expose you when she snows you. She knows ya. She's got Betty Davis eyes.
Welcome back, one and all, to Midday Mate. It's time for bite-sized banter, and to take us on this journey of bantering, we have Kimberly. Hello.
Hello, happy hump day.
Happy hump day. You sound happy that it is hump day.
Yes, but it's getting so cold, I cannot deal with it.
Tell me about it. So before I come to the studio, I like to generally go to the gym. And usually after the gym, you know, I've sweat and blood is circulated, so I'm quite hot. And then you have a shower there, and I'm quite hot when I get out. So usually, up until this week, I could just wear light clothes and leave the gym because my body was still hot
Right.
from working out. But now it's too cold for that. So it's 너무 애매한 것 같아요. So I have to wear like a hoodie or a coat, and then I get too hot. And then I go to take it off, and the wind is freezing.
Right.
I don't like this area, this time frame right now.
You just gotta run to your next destination.
Season. Either be hot or cold. Just one or the other would be nice. Yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
Today's question is a bit lighthearted. What is the best surprise you've ever planned for someone?
Ooh, like surprise parties and
Surprise party or 이벤트.
네, 지금까지 누군가를 위해서 준비한 최고의 깜짝 선물은 무엇이었나요? 가 오늘의 질문입니다. I'm not really the biggest planner. I'm not the biggest planner for anything. Like when it comes to like events, and I'm not the type like 생일이나 뭐 이벤트를 챙겨주는 사람 그런 스타일이 아니거든요. 저는. I wish I was, because the people around me are. Sometimes I'm just like, 귀찮아.
Yeah.
And even if it's a party for myself, I don't want to do anything. I just want to maybe eat something nice and then just get back to what I'm doing. You go first. You give me some inspiration.
I have two.
Okay.
So first, it was the first time that my mom was visiting me in Busan. And she visited me in Seoul, like I think once before, but she was visiting also other family, so she didn't make that much time for me.
Okay.
But here, for her Busan trip, it was solely for me. So before she got here, I decorated my whole living room with like streamers covering the curtains of the window. And it says, welcome, with like the balloons that say all the different letters.
Wow.
And then I got her a bouquet of roses.
Yeah.
However, instead of just roses, you can take like 5만 원 or whatever dollar, whatever money, and then put it in a plastic and then wrap the rose with the 5만 원.
Oh, wow. You went all out.
Yeah. And I gave her, with that, I believe it was 1,000.
오.
So 100만 원?
부자네.
No. Saved up a lot for that bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
And then had like a little photo zone for her and
Yeah.
like all these balloons everywhere, stuck
really
them on the
nice.
wall.
That's really sweet. Was your parents, are they originally from Busan or are they not?
Oh no, my parents are originally from Seoul.
So what made you come to Busan?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Personally, I came down for work.
Oh, so you just kind of 되는 대로 you kind of was.
My boss at the time in Seoul had relocated me to Busan.
Oh, so you were in Seoul.
Yeah.
And then you had to come down to the good old city of Busan.
I was only going to stay here for 3 months actually and then go back to Seoul. But then I met my husband, so I was like, I'll just stay here.
That's how it always happens. That's how it always happens. That's awesome. You went all out for your parents. Did your mom appreciate it?
She 완전 자빠졌어. How do you say?
She was really overly overwhelmed.
Super overwhelmed
Yeah.
because I've never done like monetarily wise that much money for her before. So she was like, 이게 뭐야? And she was so happy. I loved it. I have so many pictures of her.
Yeah.
Like her smile is ear to ear.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really nice. You said you had 2?
Another one was also for my family. I was visiting New York, and then my parents didn't know that I was in the States. And since my parents live in Maryland, I took a train down to Maryland and surprised them at the hospital because at the time it was perfect timing because my sister-in-law had just given birth. And they're at the hospital, so I went to the hospital and was like, hey, I'm here.
So you stole your sister-in-law's thunder.
Oh, no.
It was meant to be about the baby, but Kimberly went there.
Oh my gosh, I do sound selfish.
I was only joking.
Aw, but I just wanted to see the baby.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That must have been so nice.
It was.
Yeah, seeing your parents and your sister-in-law. Who were your parents happier to see than you, granddaughter?
Of course, the baby, not me. They hit me a lot because they didn't like that big surprise.
Really? But that's hitting of joy.
Oh, yeah.
사랑에 때린, you know.
Oh, it hurt though. My
Yeah.
mom's 손 is very 매워.
Okay, fair enough. So I guess I've been thinking about it, and
Yes.
the biggest thing I planned was, I guess, the engagement to my wife. And I didn't really plan much. I do not like a spectacle for anything. So with you preparing flowers and balloons, not for me. And I think my wife, she'd be easy. She doesn't mind either way. But I just took her to somewhere secluded on a rooftop of a nice cafe with a beautiful view in Cheongsapo. And I made sure there was no one there, and I set up the scene, and set my camera down to record it, and I just pretended to be nonchalant. My acting was very bad. She said she could see it coming from a mile off, but I tried to surprise when she turned around to have the ring. So that's probably the most I've ever planned, and it wasn't even that extravagant. So,
but it sounds very romantic. Just imagining it right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure she loved it.
Yeah, I hope she did. Yeah. Listeners, what is the best surprise you've ever planned for someone? Maybe you love going all out and you love, making them feel special. Maybe you're not big of a planner like me. Let us know. And Kimberly, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Are you much of a planner? Do you like planning extravagant parties, events, something for someone you love? Hopefully you do. I wish I was more of that kind of person. But I don't know. I'm not really the type to love big events. Even when it comes to Christmas, I have to be kind of pushed to start setting up the tree, which I did this year. But I had a lot of encouragement and nagging and pushing from my wife, so it helps. Foster Jungnim messaged in saying surprise birthday party. That can be included. That can be included under a big surprise if you've organized a surprise party for anyone. Benny Nim saying, for me, I've never tried to surprise someone, but I think a baby shower would work from my end. Benny Nim, what are you saying? I know you said you're not married yet, but is there a baby on the way? Or are you just thinking about it? Well, I hope one day you have an amazing baby shower with your future wife. We've also got Soina messaging in saying 어렸을 때 동생이랑 엄마 서프라이즈 파티 준비한다고 엄마 외출한 사이에 집에 온갖 장식 다 하고 우리가 좋아하는 과자 중심으로 준비하고 엄마 들어오는 순간 축하 노래 불렀던 기억이 나요. That's amazing. That's so cool. And I bet your mum really, really appreciate it, right? Even though you bought all of the snacks that you like and you and your brother like, I'm sure she appreciated the heart of it. So that's awesome. I never really did that for my mum, like a surprise birthday party. I think, though, with the parents getting older, me getting older, I should start thinking more like that. I'll talk to my sister and maybe organize something for my parents one day. That's really nice, and it's very touching as well. So thank you. She says, 생각해보니 그때 감동받으신 것처럼 보였는데 이미 다 아셨을 것 같아요. Yeah, but I bet she was still just as happy. Even more happy because she knew it was coming, and she probably was so grateful that her children organize something like that. Thank you for sharing. We're going to take a quick rest. We're going to take a quick song break. We have a request song from Benny Nim. This is When She Cries by Restless Heart.
Came true when all of my hopes were dying. Her love kept me trying. She does her best to hide the pain that she's been through. When she cries at night and she doesn't think that I can hear her, she tries to hide all the fear just once, I'd like to make it. Then there'll be tears of joy that fill her loving eyes. When she cries at night and she doesn't think that I can hear her, she tries to hide all the fear she feels inside. So I pray this time I can be the man that she deserves, 'cause I die a little each time when she cries. So I pray this time I can be the man that she deserves, 'cause I die a little each time when she
We just listened to When She Cries by Restless Heart, requested by Benny Nim, who also said this song is being played a lot on my local radio many times in the Philippines. That's awesome. That's a beautiful song. Thank you for your request. It's now time for our next segment, which is Don't Make a Scene. And this is where we do make a scene by taking a clip from a movie or TV show, breaking it up into 5 days, and learning a new expression each day. This week we are going over the 80s sci-fi classic Back to the Future Part 2. Part 2, the first movie is also amazing. Part 2, I think, is also equally amazing. This is where they go into the future to check out Marty's kids and his family and how everything is doing in the year 2015. We learned the expressions on Monday, right on the tick, and then yesterday was too bad the post office isn't as efficient as the weather service. So, this clip right now is when they have landed their DeLorean in an alleyway in the future, and what's he doing? The doc he's saying, oh, the rain's going to stop now, because he checks his watch. That's why he says, the weather service is very efficient. Anyway, let's listen to the scene.
First, you gotta get out and change clothes. Right now, it's pouring rain. Wait 5 more seconds. Right on the tick. Amazing. Too bad the post office isn't as efficient as the weather service. The future. Unbelievable. I gotta check this out, Doc. All in good time, Marty. We're on a tight schedule here. Tell me about my future. I mean, I know I make it big, but what do I become, like a rich rock star? Please, Marty, no one should know too much about their own destiny. Right. I am rich, though, right? Marty, please, take off your shirt. Put on the jacket and the shoes. Got a mission to accomplish.
Great scene. So, obviously, they've just landed their DeLorean in the future, and Marty McFly, he's never been to the future, so he's very curious, right? He keeps looking through the alleyway to see the flying cars and how the future looks. And in the process, he says the line, I gotta check this out, Doc. That's my bad accent, but I gotta check this out, Doc. Now, of course, Doc is the name of the character, of the old character. His name is Doc. But I gotta check this out is our expression of the day. Now, this phrase expresses a desire to investigate, to go somewhere, or to try something that you find really intriguing. It's used mostly in casual conversations when you're curious about a particular thing. So, I gotta check this out이라는 표현은요, 흥미롭거나 호기심을 자극하는 무언가를 확인하거나 조사해야 한다는 뜻으로 가벼운 일상 대화에서 자주 사용되는 표현입니다. So I would use this quite a lot with my friends. Oh, I've got to check this out. Maybe I've heard something really crazy from my friend. So, for example, okay, my friend runs to me like, hey, Nick, I heard there's a man dancing with a tiger in the plaza. I've got to check this out. Yeah, you can say, I mean, that's a weird example, but 광장에서 남자가 호랑이랑 춤추고 있다는 소식 들었어. 꼭 가서 봐야겠어. Like, 엄청 신기하잖아요. 그럴 땐, I've got to check this out. 한번 봐야겠어. So you can say, I've got to, or shorten it, 줄여서, I gotta. I gotta? What do I say? Americans say gotta. What do I say in England? I gotta. Okay, in England you can say gotta. I gotta check this out. Or you can say I've got to check this out, whatever you want. We've got another example. You can say, this game looks so fun. I've got to check it out tonight. 이 게임 진짜 재밌어 보여. 오늘 밤에 해봐야겠어. So you can say, I got to check this out. You can say, I got to check it out. 둘 다 괜찮은 것 같습니다. You could also say, I heard the exhibition is amazing. I gotta check it out before it ends. 전시회가 정말 멋지다고 들었어. 끝나기 전에 꼭 가봐야겠어. I gotta check this out. I gotta check it out before it ends. Usually when you're really enthusiastic about seeing something or doing something, it can be anything. It can be eating something as well. I've got to try it. 진짜 먹어보고 싶은 음식이 있다면 I've really got to try it. I've got to try it out. I've got to try it. I've got to taste it. You can say, wow, they're playing my favorite song. I've got to check this out. 와, 내가 좋아하는 노래가 나오는 중이야. 꼭 들어봐야겠어. So there's lots of ways that you can say it. You can kind of mold it to whatever situation that you are in. And that was today's expression. Let's listen to that line once more.
I gotta check this out, Doc.
So if you haven't seen the movie, he's just staring at the futuristic city saying, hey, I gotta check this out, Doc, as he's walking slowly towards the street. So he's very curious. He's very intrigued. 이 상황이 너무 신기해서. So that was today's phrase. I gotta check this out. You can use this very commonly in almost any situation in your life. It's used very commonly today too. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with our next segment, Poetry in Motion. This is Lover by Peggy Lee.
Lover, when you're near me and I hear you speak my name softly in my ear, you breathe a flame. Lover, it's immoral, but why quarrel with our bliss?
just listened to Lover by Peggy Lee. I'm loving the ultra retro music today, the kind of 50s, 60s vibe that we've got going on. Bit of 40s, it seems like. Great music nonetheless. I hope you're enjoying it. We did just come back from Don't Make a Scene, this week going over Back to the Future, and we went over the phrase, I gotta check this out, Doc. Some expressions. Benny Nim says, gotta check out this new place today, for sure. Check out this new place. Drift Monkey Nim saying, check us out on Midday Mate. For sure, check us out on Midday Mate. Stay tuned till tomorrow to find out what the next expression will be. Right now, it is time for Poetry in Motion, and this is where we introduce a Korean poem in English as well. And today's poem is called 진달래꽃 or Azaleas by Kim So-wol. 나보기가 역겨워. 가실 때는 말없이 고이 보내드리우리다. If you get sick of the sight of me and you decide to leave, I will let you go without saying a word. Very interesting. The translation, I made some of it, but I thought the first line is very powerful. 나보기가 역겨워, right? 역겹다, such a strong word, like to really find gross. So I translated it to, if you get sick of the sight of me, because we also talked about the word sick today, a little bit earlier with Cheryl. It works so well in this situation. Getting sick of the sight of someone. You don't want to see them. You're grossed out by looking at them. But this poem, Azaleas, has the protagonist, assumed to be a female, saying that she will do what she will do when her loved one leaves her, all grown tired of her. She says she wouldn't make a scene or cry, but instead gather the azalea flowers and strew them on his path to make his departure that much more pleasant. She's vowing to do her best for the last time so that her man won't feel guilty or uncomfortable, an utterly selfless devotion that you would probably only see in fairy tales. Now, Kim So-wol was born in 1902 and only lived until 1934. He was a Korean language poet famous for his contributions to early modern poetry. Now, Azaleas, or 진달래꽃, is both the title of Kim So-wol's poetry collection, published in 1925, and the best-known work in it. It is probably the most popular poem in the history of Korea, perennially featured in textbooks and adapted into songs. You could almost say that anyone who doesn't know it is probably not Korean. And the part that we listen to is just an excerpt from the full poem. And that was today's Poetry in Motion, going over 진달래꽃. A beautiful poem, quite strong in its ideas and quite strong in its language as well. We have this segment every single Wednesday going over a new poem for you, but today was Kim So-wol's 진달래꽃. 나보기가 역겨워. 가실 때는 말없이 고이 보내드리우리다. If you get sick of the sight of me and decide to leave, I would let you go without saying a word. We're going to take a quick song break and then we will be right back. This is Bus Stop by the Hollies.
Bus stop, wet day, she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Bus stop, bus go, she stays, love grows under my umbrella. All that summer we enjoyed it, wind and rain and shine. That umbrella we employed it, by August she was mine. Every morning I would see her waiting at the stop. Sometimes she'd shop and she would show me what she'd bought. All the people stared as if we were both quite insane. Someday my name and hers are going to be the same. That's the way the whole thing started. Silly, but it's true. I'm thinking of a sweet romance beginning you think that that umbrella led me to a vow? Every morning I would see her waiting at the stop. Sometimes she'd shop and she would show me what she bought. All the people stared as if we were both quite insane. Someday my name and hers are going to be the same. Bus stop, wet day, she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Bus stop, bus goes, she stays, love grows under my umbrella. All that summer we enjoyed it, wind and rain and shine. That umbrella we employed it, by August she was mine.
That was Bus Stop by the Hollies, welcoming you back to Midday Mate. It is now 1:51 in the afternoon. On a Wednesday hump day, it is about time to wrap up the show. From where I'm sitting, looking out of my tiny window here, the sun is peeking its head around the corner. I know it is cold outside, so everyone, please stay warm wherever you are. Whatever country you may be listening from, be safe and be warm. I'll see you tomorrow for Thursday's episode of Midday Mate. We're going to have, of course, Michael in the studio for movie talk, as well as some other great content coming your way. Until then, I'm going to leave you with our last song. This is Last Night, a DJ Saved My Life by In Deep. Everyone have a wonderful afternoon.
Saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life, yeah. 'Cause I was sitting there bored to death, and in just one breath he said, you gotta get up, you gotta get off, you gotta get down, girl. You know you drive me crazy, baby. You've got me turning to another man. Called you on the phone, no one's home. Baby, why leave me all alone? And if it wasn't for the music, I don't know what I'd do. Yeah. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life with a song. You know I hopped into my car, didn't get very far, no. Before I had you on my mind, why be so unkind? You've got your women all around this town. But I was trapped in love with you, and I didn't know what to do. But when I turned on my radio, I found out all I needed to know. Check it out. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life with a song. DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life with a song. Hey, listen up to your local DJ. You better hear what he's got to say.
It's not a problem that I can't fix, 'cause I can do it in the mix. And if your man gives you trouble just to move out on the double, and you don't let it trouble your brain, 'cause away goes trouble down the drain. Said away goes trouble down the drain.
Well, all right.
Dub time. It's not a problem that I can't fix, 'cause I can do it in the mix. 'Cause I can do it in the mix. 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 In the mix.